Hello there and welcome to this video for Publisher exercise number 26. Now this is a critical thinking exercise, and basically what that means is we're not learning any new skills, but we're using the ones that we have learned in the past few exercises. So you should have opened up Pub 26 for this exercise. So it's just one file, Pub 26, and we're dealing with that pet rescue organization that we've done some exercises, some files for before. So Pet Rescue is having a silent auction to benefit their organization and would like your help in designing a flyer for it. So thankfully you took a computer applications class and know how to use Publisher. So let's do that and help them out here. So you have the file open. Let's save it here with a new name. So File, Save As, choosing Browse. We don't want to save it to downloads. We want to save it to the folder that you need to. So I'm going to go there. Make sure you go to your folder or flash drive. And we're going to name it 26 pet underscore your initials. So 26 pet underscore your initials, and then push enter. So I changed the name here, and it says make the silent auction text 48 point, bold, and centered. So we're going to select it. It says choose any font you want as well. I'm just gonna, so then let's see, I'll choose a bold. You see center here. When you first select it, it gives you these options right away. 48 point. And let's change it here. Sure, let's go with Sego, or however you say it, print. So there's my silent auction text right there. Then it says change the silent auction's text color to white. So we're going to select it again. Now obviously it's going to make it disappear for a bit. That's okay. We're going to apply, a background here so you'll see it here in a second. So get rid of that, change to white. Poof, it's gone. What a shock. Alright, it says apply a texture as a background fill in the silent auctions text box. Choose one of the darker textures for best results. So we do want to choose some of that contrast like it says. So I'm going to go over here to drawing tools, click format. Of course we're doing not shape effects, we're doing shape fill, and then we're going down here to texture. And yes, go with something darker so that way the white stands out well. You don't want something very lighter, so even you can see with the white marble, if you look, it doesn't show up well. So I'm going to actually go with this one right here, the wood walnut. So pick one that's dark so you can see it. Then it says select all the text in the second text box. So right down here, this one, I'm just going to click and then press Control A on my keyboard, and I'll select everything. And I'm going to make it Arial 14-point font. So I'm going to go back to the Home tab. If you have the box up here, the pop-up, you can do that way too. 14-point font, Arial. So I typed it in, push enter. And that says create this new style called body and define it to match the text. Now you should have this text still selected when you go to do this. So click styles. And we're going to choose new style, and then right up here we're just going to type body, and then because we have the text selected, all the stuff we just did is in it, and let's click OK. Alright, and then we need to make the date, time, and place text bold and italicized. So let's select the last 3 rows here. Bold, italicized, and dark blue. So I'm going to click bold, italicized. You could do Control B and I, and then dark blue. So I'm going to click on here and then go for, this is accent blue, but we need to go for dark blue. So I'm going to go down here below. Oh, but it looks like we're going to have to go to more colors and choose an actual dark blue. So let's just go with the corner dot right up here, or something similar to it if you don't have that option, and click OK. Alright, now we need to apply border art to the entire page, and the way we're going to do this here, I'm going to zoom out so I can actually see the whole page. So let's do that, view, whole page. We need to draw a box that covers the whole page. So I'm going to go to my insert tab, and I'm going to go for shapes. So right here, shapes. And then I'm going to choose rectangle. So I have it in my recently used, otherwise you just go down to basic shapes, find it there. And then you're going to want to try to line it up as close as possible to the corner of your page. So I click and hold down, and I'm going to drag it all the way across here down to the other side, the other corner, so it covers the whole entire page. So I let go, there's my box, and then you're going to do border art. Okay, border art. So if I go and click on the dialog box launcher here for format shape styles, down here at the bottom of the list is border art. It says apply a border art border to the whole page. Now, it doesn't say a specific one, so you can pick which one you want. So, I mean, I'm trying to see if there's someone that kind of fits pet rescue. You can pick which one you want. I mean, I see fish. I think I'm just going to go with that. Go with the fish. Or, I'm going to go with Earth too. So, you can pick which one you want. I'm going to do this one. So, click OK. Click OK again. And it'll apply it to the whole page. Now it says in the remaining space of the flyer to create a table with 8 rows and 3 columns. So let's do that. So insert, we're going to choose table, and we're going to do 8 rows. Let me make sure I have that right. Yep, 8 rows. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 3 columns. So you're just going to say 8 by 3, and it's going to look like this. So I click on it, and then it says we're going to fill up the rest of the space that was there. So I'm going to actually bring this up here to about where that text box is. There we go. The pink line should come up, and then this click and drag the corner and move this down and fill the rest, going to those blue margin lines. Alright, I let go just like that. If you need to, go back a few seconds, watch what I just did again to help you figure out how to do it. There's no problem with you pausing and going back a little bit to see. Alright, so you have your table made. It says merge all the cells in the first row. So I'm actually going to zoom in here so we're just focused on the table here in the video. Merge all the cells in the first row. So I select them, go to the Layout tab here under Table Tools, and choose to merge the cells. Then it says apply 14-point Arial font. So I go to the Home tab, Arial, and 14 point. Then it says delete the 2 bottom rows and resize the table so it takes up the same space as before. So let's select the 2 bottom rows here, go to Layout tab, and delete them. Like I said, you will have times where you think you have what you need and you put too much or too little. So delete the rows. You'll notice it shortened my table. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the corner and pull it down. So line it up again. Now you want to grab the corner. If you grab just the sides, it will stretch individual rows or columns. So always grab the corner when you're resizing it to keep the ratio how it needs to be. So I grab that, and then it says apply a 1/4 point black border to every side of every cell in the table except the first row. So that means I'm going to go and select all these rows right here. So I click and hold down and drag it across here. I'm going along the side, as you can see, the black arrow like this. Otherwise, click and drag across here. And then let's go to our Design tab under Table Tools. Go to the line. We need to switch it here to 1/4. And then let's go to Borders. And of course, we're going to choose all borders. And I'll click away so that way you... Oh, hang on a second. You know what I did wrong? Let's undo that. I need to change my color here as well. So 1/4 point, blue line, then choose all borders. So if you need to, push undo, or you can select and do it again. So there's our borders here, just like that. It says set the vertical alignment for the top row to bottom. So I'm going to select, just click in here, and then click Layout tab, and of course bottom right here, so bottom center. And then what we're going to do is we're going to set the vertical alignment for the remaining rows to middle. So I'm going to select these rows again, and we're going to set them to middle, so right here in the center, so basically align center. So the names have changed since this was written. And then it says enter the text shown in illustration A. So I'm going to type in the text here for you to see. I'm going to try to zoom this in a little bit more as well. So a sampling of items to be auctioned off. Something you might want to do is either you just keep watching and then pause it once I finish typing it. I know some people would do that. Otherwise, you can type it while I'm typing it as well. Car washes, B and B weekends. I push tab to move to the next box. CDs, DVDs, books, garden supplies, plumbing services, carpentry services. I gotta move my mouse so I can see it. Online classes, pet care products, catering. Apparently I need to move my thing down. Clothing, tuxedo rentals, handbags. Alright, so you need to enter in that text. You're going to have this many rows and columns. Of course, we deleted the 2 from before. And then what you're going to do is you do need to save your work. Let me zoom out here so you can see that full view again. And of course, if you need to, pause the video, go back, whatever you need to do to make sure this is right. So double check your file, make sure this matches up. Of course, you can choose this background, and then you can choose this border art to be what you want, and the font you can choose too. But make sure everything else matches up perfectly. And that is how you complete exercise 26. This is the only file you have to submit.